this year. She's going on a 3.0.
Well, that's what Robert is calling his. I don't think it's the one they're going.
Well, I thought it was the October Booze Cruise, isn't it?
Yes, I know the boost cruise, but I think that's they're out of either Mobile or New Orleans. I'm not sure, but it could be
Oh,
one of those places. Linda is also here. Hey, Linda, how you doing? Destination Funds is here. Captain Sherry is here. Hello, Sherry.
yes. Those are some fun people. Sherry and Danny. Yes, they're definitely fun.
She says she's in the garage. Okay,
I'm in the garage.
what is that supposed
So
to mean anyway? If you're in the
yeah,
garage,
Hey, Scott.
garage
it's
is
also here. Yeah.
And hey, Scott and Scott from Rambling with the Brums.
Hello, Brooms. How you doing? Robert with the Brooms. Thank you for stopping by. Much appreciated. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us tonight for a little bit. So Linda also says hello. I'd like to squat here. So we'll see. And Captain Sherry, yes. Danny, yeah, Danny's here for a little bit too. Also, so yes. You guys know Denise is dealing with her brother. She's probably in
yeah.
at his house, the hospital right now with him or something. I know she's talking about bringing him to their house next weekend. So let's see what happens with that. Dewana Gillian, hello.
Dewana is a friend of mine. We met through another YouTube channel.
Good, very good. Very. Thank you for stopping in. Kelly's also here. I bring it
Oh,
every day.
there she is. We had a good time today.
There you go.
Yeah, she is working, Linda.
We had a good time today. That's when my dogs were going crazy,
Oh, okay. Hi.
and I think Danny was in the chat too.
Oh
They
my
were
God.
just going nuts. I was ready. I was ready. I was going to have a new hat and gloves and socks by the time it was over with. They kept acting up.
Hey, Paul from PSV Odyssey.
Mr. Paul, how you doing? Yes, sir. I got it to you all. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Yes, your dogs were going crazy. And what's the weather like, Joe? The rooms are asking.
Scott, it's cold in the mornings, but it warms up into the day. Towards the end of the day, we had some really bad rain earlier this week. We actually, in my area, we had 2 tornadoes.
Ooh, damn.
Well, those are always fun.
One was actually recorded by a local rural fire service fire watchtower, and the other was actually filmed by a farmer who just happened to be driving past as it made ground.
Okay, that's
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing I like better than a tornado is a nice hurricane.
Why?
Thank God I don't live anywhere near the coast.
Yeah, well,
Don't experience them at all.
in about 35 minutes, I could be in the Gulf. So, it's kind of.
See, the good thing about a hurricane is you see it coming. You know where it's coming
This is
from,
true.
where it's hitting, the speed and all that. A tornado, they just happen to pop out of nowhere, and you have no idea what they're doing, and that could be a lot more disastrous than a hurricane it would be. So tell us all about it. Your cruise, Ms. Barber.
I will. Just a second. I'm playing with that center stage thing.
You're playing with
See the
it.
difference between the center stage?
Is that the one that follows you?
Yeah. See, now this
Oh,
is center
that thing was
stage
cool.
changes it to this. Did you see it a second ago? I was way back here.
and right up front.
I'm center stage.
Why are you in the damn garage, Lori?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. That's why, like, when you see me click off the camera off, I don't like
Well,
smoking on camera.
I was going strong. I went and I had my flu shot. I picked up my medications. I went to the grocery store. And then I came back and sat down to play with the puppies. We're puppy sitting 2 doodles. and I fell asleep on a couch. So
Oh, bugger.
then
Hate it when that
now,
happens.
between watching Tennessee lose, damn it, and
Oh, it's not Eddie.
Sorry.
yeah, well, that I feel sorry for the poor kicker.
Oops.
Anyway, and then Larry said, if we're not going to be able to eat the good food anymore, he said he wanted breakfast casserole. When I make breakfast casserole, it has 3 pounds of cheese, 3 pounds of meat, 12 eggs,
That's my kind of casserole.
Okay,
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm picking up
hash
what you're putting
browns.
down.
It has hash browns. It has biscuits in it. It's
What time you want me to come over?
Yeah.
yeah,
I know,
I
that's
have
what I'm
enough to
screaming.
feed an army for sure.
What's that address again?
If you can jump on a plane and get to Jacksonville, it is an international airport, so and
I
Delta
think 37
flies
hours.
in.
I know. You don't think I could get on it? Well, I'm getting on a plane tomorrow to go to Tampa, so that ain't that far.
I know. I cannot get my husband to drive to Tampa, nor Miami for that matter, but even
how far is
Tampa.
Jacksonville from Tampa? It can't be that damn far.
No, it's not. Well, it's a little further than it is to get to Port Canaveral. I mean, it's only 2.5 hours to Port Canaveral. Tampa's probably more like 4.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but we've got a packed 3 months coming up. We're going in 2 weeks. We're going to go down to visit my dad, who's in Naples, which is 30 minutes from Fort Myers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you go see Chris and Liz when you go down there.
We are. We're gonna go to my dad's. His brother and niece. Larry's got a twin brother. They just turned 68 2 days ago. So we're gonna drive down and see them, and then spend the afternoon with Liz and Chris on Sunday, and then drive home. I haven't gotten hold of Chet yet to see if we can. I mean, because that would just be another 30 minutes out of the way.
Have you met any of them yet?
I have not met. I've talked on the phone with Liz a lot, and
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm. This is gonna be my first time meeting Chris and Liz face
yeah,
to face.
meeting them in person. Yeah,
But I met when we had the meetup for Danny. I met Chet and Robin. Well,
Chet and Robin, I've cruised with. They were my.
Oh, have you?
They were my first.
Greg and Michelle
No,
from Cruise Life TV were mine.
When I got diagnosed, I thought I might not be able to cruise again. So I turned around and I said, it's my birthday. It's our 30th anniversary. And I want to go out with a bang. I want to meet Chet and Robin. And they were just happened to be in the suite area of MSC, the yacht club. And so we got a yacht. We splurged on a yacht club and had a fantastic time. And
that's what I tell
and
people.
I
When
think
you see him all fired up on these lives and stuff. He is exactly the same in person. I mean,
well, and I'm assuming
exactly.
everybody that I have met or followed, I think is the same person in person. I don't think anybody in this community, and even in the communities that have been brought in, I mean, like Zach and Ascalon and even Joe from the crazy lady from England. I think everybody is just friendly, and they are what you see is what you get. And I like that.
I mean, I'm a snob. I don't think my poop stinks.
No, you're just a jackass. That's all. You're from you got that New York, Miami vibe going on. Yeah, you just
and all that.
Yeah, everybody at that meetup, man, it was just like there was no facade. I mean, it's like that's the same people I talk to.
Exactly.
You know? Danny and Sherry. Danny and Sherry. Danny is funny as hell.
Well,
Right.
of course.
Me and Danny got on. We started talking about Skynet. Like from the Terminator movie, how the computers are taking over. We got on this kick, and Sherry's like rolling her eyes, like, "Okay, guys," And we kept on going, but we had a great time. I had so much fun that day. That was awesome.
Yeah, I said it, Linda. I did. I said it out loud. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I've been saying that I wanted to go on this cruise for the longest time, but okay, so we're meeting up on the end of the month this time, and then next month we're going on this cruise now, or I'm more likely than not going to be going. Well, I said the same thing about going on Match Game Live. I thought it was going to be alone. And so I fed my husband late because when I feed him, he goes to sleep. So I waited and fed him at 7.
You did it on purpose.
I did. And I was very teasing with him, and I got him all. I'm like, come on, you can do it. It's only for, maybe an hour. You can do it. So I talked him into it.
Just like I told you a couple weeks ago, put that Hawk 2 on it, it'll do anything.
Well,
That's how you got him go on a cruise. I know, I'm not stupid, because I told you that like a week or so ago, and all of a sudden, we're going on a cruise in October. I said, she did it.
No, my husband wants to go on a cruise probably more than I do. However, both of us are going through medical issues, so we're fighting between going to doctor's visits and going to all those tests, and so that it is what it is. And he didn't want to book the cruise and then not go. And I said, hey, we like to gamble, so it's just a gamble. If worst case scenario, all we're losing is $380 because I won't pay anything but the cruise fare. And so that would be the most we're out. So, and if one of us can go alone, we'll go, one of us will jump on the ship because both of us like to go. This will be my first opportunity other than going with my mom I was solo, but my mom was there. I mean, you can't call that a solo cruise. But and you really can't call it a solo cruise with a group of people. Even though I haven't met them, it's still a group of people I have pretty much met online. So, I mean, it's not like I don't know anybody. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we already had booked Thanksgiving, a cruise. So at the end of each month, September, October, November, we're doing something. So that's what's up. But Denise is back home. She made the long drive home, and she said, I guess Dwayne said, we're going on this cruise. So they're both needing to get on the cruise for sure. But so she really wants to. We'll see what happens. That's all we can hope for. But her life has changed.
Yeah. Where's cruise from?
Out of Jacksonville.
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's the only reason that I'm getting on it. It's because even if only I go, he can drop me off at the cruise and pick me up, and it's only 35 minutes to the cruise.
So everybody's cruising out of Jacksonville.
Yes.
What you said, ocean to ocean.
DeFam, Bone Tired Travels, and Lisa. Is Lisa in here?
No, I haven't seen her.
Yeah, she just got off the ship, 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So she's been on, well, I think she's close by. I haven't talked that much with Lisa.
Okay. All right. So I haven't seen her, so that's why I think she is in the chat people that gets the link. So she decides to show him later. So she'll be here.
Oh, and the other one is See Me Travel, Kurt and Marcia.
Yeah.
And so we're like, it's an invalid cruise. Kurt's having surgery right before we go. Bruce is still recovering from the tumble off the house. Yeah. Should be
I can't
interesting.
imagine. I can't
Well, and I
imagine.
told
I'd be in a
I was
full body
telling everybody.
cast and everything.
I was telling everybody if you oh yeah, well Kurt was acting like a kid and they learned he's not a kid anymore. But I'm going to tell everybody if you're going cruising out of Jacksonville and you have any kind of mobility issue, make sure like if you get winded, there is no escalator. There it's six ramps, 6 or 8 ramps to get up there. It winds me. It has always winded me.
No elevator or anything like that?
No. Well, they do. Yes, they do have an elevator for the handicap, of course.
Okay.
Yes, but I mean, that's a long line. What they do is they will take and put, the scooters will make it up, and they will push people with a. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think they do have an elevator.
They have to.
I don't think they do. I think they are
They have
pushed.
to have one.
No, I think they are pushed up by crew.
They're by ADA rules. They gotta have one.
Yeah,
They have to accommodate. They don't have to have an elevator. Not to get onto the ship as long as they are what's the word I'm looking for? They are being their needs are being met. Someone will push them completely up and get them on the ship with no problem. And of course, on the ship you got your elevators.
Yeah. So let me click Jacksonville. No.
No, it's the friends that we sail with. We met Barb and Jerry, I don't know, 2012, and we've cruised with them 2 to 3 times a year since. And she gets she has them wheel her up. She's been doing that for the past 7 years, having them wheel her up the ramps. I mean, it's easy.
Jerry, I'll be there on Monday.
Yeah, I want to go out of Tampa really. I've wanted to go out of Tampa for years, and I wish I had just. We went out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and that's when he said, "No, I'm not making that drive anymore." I wish the next cruise I had immediately booked Tampa just to, because it was the next furthest. I wish I had ticked that off the box because I've always wanted to cruise out of there.
You probably fed him before you drove out, so he'd fall asleep and you'd be driving.
Well, I used to share the drive with him. I don't share the drive anymore, so that makes it hard for him. And he's no spring chicken. I mean, he's lost, I don't know, a good 50 pounds in like 4 months, it feels like. He says it's more like a year, but that's a lot of weight for a small man.
I always carry my bag on, get that little roller, because if it's not 7 days or more, I'm taking just a carry-on little suitcase, And I went to Galveston, and I like Galveston, and they redid the floors on the ramp, and they put all them little traction dots. So the whole time I'm up there, it's just, yeah. So I
tactile tiles.
I folded the handle down. And I just picked it up. I said, I'm not listening. I don't even want to listen to that. I don't think anybody else does.
Well, what do you got there, Joe?
If you're traveling and you have a disability, a hidden disability that people may not know about, these are a godsend.
Yep.
This is the hidden disability lanyard. So this is the hidden disability sunflower lanyard. They also have a wristband or a few other ways you can ID yourself as having a hidden disability. I got this one through Transport for New South Wales, free of charge.
I know. Rob was talking about those some time ago. Rob from Maltese, yeah.
Handy bit of kit, because if you're wearing one of these and say a railway station staff member will see you, thanks, Lorraine. Yeah, so if they see you and they see you struggling, they know to help you. I've also, with the cruise I'm doing with Sean and Alana next year, I've already declared that I may need assistance. I've declared it so they know to tell the staff on board that I may need a little extra time boarding or getting around.
That's cool.
That's where I like Carnival. You can actually declare that, so they can tell the on-board staff that you're coming on at that time to be able to look out and if you need help. So I actually get priority boarding. So I can board anywhere from I've been given a dedicated hour to board between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is observed in Queensland all year round. They don't do daylight savings. So I can board at any time in that window. For just go and read the comments here.
And Emily, I agree. Galveston does need an airport, but if you go and go check out some Rick, the Texas Cruiser. He's big on the Galveston port. They are expanding the little airport in Galveston to be able to handle commercial aircraft.
The little pond jumpers.
Yeah, that's what it is now, but they're going to expand it to handle.
Sorry, guys.
Jets, but they're not going to handle jumbo jets, but they'll handle 737s and stuff like that to be able to fly people in. Yeah, because it does kind of suck to fly. Like I can literally jump on a Southwest flight to Houston from here. That's like 53 minutes and it's $69, but it cost me $100 or more to go from Houston to Galveston in an Uber. You know?
Oh, bugger.
Now, granted, I could drive from here to Galveston in 5 hours, but then I'm still paying, $25 a day to park?
Right.
Miami's the second worst port. Seattle takes the cake.
I didn't have a problem in Miami.
I've been to Miami twice. We pulled in once. We got out of the port, went out shopping, went out to a restaurant, came back. We got dropped off and right back in and right into the ship. Second time, we in and out. So I don't know. Maybe it's your experience. Seattle, I can't say nothing. Seattle, I've never been out of the port in Seattle. I've been to the airport. I worked in Seattle, and I know it's heavy traffic and all that, but I have no experience whatsoever with the port yet until we go to Alaska eventually in another 2 years, maybe 3, if we ever make it. So. But so far, and I'm going back in November 2nd. We're living out of Miami again on the Aqua, and I hope it will be a good experience. So,
I cruised out of Miami in February of this year, early February, and I stayed with Greg and Michelle, and Greg drove me to the port. I got out of the car, and I took my stuff on. I didn't check none of my bags. I got out of the car, and by the time I got on the Sunrise, I think it was. Yeah, the Sunrise. Yeah. From the time I got out of the car, I did my muster drill, went to my room, which I wasn't supposed to, because I wasn't platinum or diamond at that time. Went to my room, talked to the room steward, say, "Can I just drop this off?" He let me drop it off, and I boogied on up to the Lido and I got a drink. It was probably 15 minutes, maybe. You know, after all of that, it wasn't bad.
Mm.
Oh, I wish they would get a high-speed rail system from Houston to Galveston. Oh.
I want to actually bring up a comment that M wrote. I can't drive when I get into Houston or whatever. You would hate Sydney, M, the capital city of my home state of New South Wales. The traffic there is absolutely insane. One little incident anywhere in the Greater Sydney area puts the roads into chaos. And there was an incident the other day on one of our major motorways. The traffic jam was 20 k's long for a breakdown. So yeah, go figure that one. Oh, I want the comments.
So, Emily, when were you in Seattle that you know so much about? Let me know. I don't think you cruise that much anyway. So we'll see. The cruise is right there in Seattle. Yes, I know where the cruise is at. It's right out the river, next to the Embarcadero. You know, closer to the Space Needle also. I do my homework. Oh, okay.
I totally agree with them doing your homework when you're traveling. I do a lot when I travel here in Australia. I need to know where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I need to pay for at the time. And I'll show you something here. I'll just grab this out and I'll tell you something that I'm appreciative for when I travel. Where's that up? These three items.
For the rail trains.
These are actually. I've gone through this before. I'll go through it again. These three cards, cashless public transport access cards.
Okay.
Queensland, here in New South Wales, and in Victoria. Saves having to carry cash around. These are loaded with cash, and it deducts your fare based on when you tap on and when you tap off where you're going.
Yeah, when I lived in New York, I had the MTA card with me the whole time.
Yep. These have been godsends. I don't carry cash with these. You don't carry cash, so there's less chance of you being robbed as well.
You have to load it, put money in them.
Yep. So you can put on a predetermined amount automatically, or you can top it up yourself at the respective stations.
Mm-hmm.
These are I can preload this. So I've actually got an app on my phone for this one. I've got the apps for all three, but I prefer to use the Opal Travel app on my phone to recharge this one. But then you've always got to remember to tap on before the balance will go over. Say $20. You put $20 on it. You just tap onto your say a bus, and it'll recharge or it'll transfer automatically. All three of them do the same way. I've just got to read the pop over the comments.
Yeah, when Alice left New York, now everything is on the phone. There's a app for it. So you tap in on that on the little taps that they have aside the train stations. You go right in on the turnstiles.
That's exactly right. That's how these work. The same way. But when I was in Melbourne last year, this one didn't get a real lot of work. I got this, and it did absolutely next to no work.
Here in Atlanta, if you live in Atlanta, you get to ride the rails or the buses with the same with the MARTA system, which is
that's like in Florida. My favorite transportation anywhere in Florida is the Brightline train. And it runs from Orlando over to West Palm Beach, down through Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, and I think there's one other stop, and then Miami.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all from your phone. You know, you do everything from your phone. It's the same thing with Uber. You know.
Did you see where Ross said that they were working on putting a high-speed rail down from Galveston to Houston?
They need one.
Yeah.
I just want to pass comment here to Ross. I had to get to that first. That's why I still had to use this. I only had to go to Bentley. Sean came over because his house is actually on the main road past the railway station. I could have walked it practically.
No,
I could have walked to his place practically.
Not in that place. I think you got do a lot of running back and forth.
Yeah, Sean helped out a lot. Because, and bloody hell, it was actually a good few days down there.
Yeah.
And these, I'm actually thankful to V-Line. They don't make you print your tickets at home.
I want Brightline to come up to Jacksonville. Then I could cruise anywhere in Florida.
They need to. Like,
Yeah, extend it over to Tampa. Hit all the cruise ports.
I heard
when I was there, and I was going to fly into Orlando. Like when we had to meet up with Danny, I was going to fly into Orlando. And then take the Brightline to West Palm Beach, hang out with Greg and Michelle, and then go down to Miami. And we met up with Coach Cruz and some people. Spend the night with Greg and Michelle at, let's see, that would have been, so I flew in on a Friday. Yeah, okay. And then Sunday, they were going to get on the Brightline with me, and we were going to go to Orlando. Well, it wasn't cost effective for them. So, when I was trying to get out of Atlanta into Orlando, no flights. They were full because I fly standby. So they were full. I got on the phone with the employee customer service, and let's do standby. That's who you call. You can't just call regular customer service. But anyway. I said, look, all I know is I need to be in West Palm Beach by 4:00. And then, don't you know, there was a flight that they sent me to where I got on and I was in West Palm Beach by like 1:30 in the afternoon. So I got reimbursed for that first class Brightline ticket. Then when I talked to Greg, they said they were going to drive, so I got reimbursed for the other. I got 2 first-class Brightline trips paid for already.
See if
so I'm just waiting to go back.
Sorry, I'm talking to Ross here for a second.
No,
Yeah.
If they go up from Port Canaveral up to Jacksonville, they can stop in Sanford or to pick up the people that are getting off at the Sanford airport as well. So they could have two stops. Actually, they could have a third one for the Daytona airport. The Daytona is so small, but Sanford is a pretty big airport. So they should be able to hit all 3 airports and get everybody to their cruise ships and cut back on the crazy Saturday I-95 traffic.
Congestion, yeah, for sure.
And then of course, and then going from if you can go from the across the state all the way to Tampa, man, it'd be a tremendous. And I would assume people would start using the Brightline for commuting as well. If the prices were right, I don't know.
Coco's going to have a station in 2027.
Yeah,
I think it ought to
go.
I think it ought to run all the way up into the Panhandle. You know,
There's already an Orlando. Oh, but okay, never mind. Had to wrap my brain around that one for a second. I was thinking they already had it, but they considered the Orlando stop.
Yeah, there was a thing on the Brightline page showing the new route, and it's going to go up one side and back down around the other eventually.
That's
and
cool.
supposedly might be coming up here to Atlanta.
Oh, that
Not if it's
was.
for not.
See, I mean, they might as well go all the way up to Norfolk and to. I mean,
nope.
they-
Hell with that. It needs to go up, go across, do all over Florida, go up, hook a left, go across the Panhandle, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. It needs to stop in New Orleans, so I ain't even got to drive to the damn airport.
well, exactly. No, they might as well expand it and hit all the cruise ports and call
And I'm
instead
gonna
of
tell you,
calling it the Bright Line, call it the Cruise Line.
It's
you go.
cheaper than Amtrak, and it's a hell of a lot faster.
Oh, Amtrak is crazy. Yeah, I've looked into Amtrak. Yeah, I wasn't
too.
going Amtrak.
Me too.
Yeah,
And
Amtrak is way too expensive.
Yeah, and I won't get on a bus.
Well, Amtrak belongs to the government anyway, so
That is true.
Correct.
Same as all our providers over here. They're all owned by the respective state and territory governments.
that's right.
Transport for New South Wales, Queensland Transport, which is under the Department of Transport and Main Roads, Public Transport Victoria and V-Line. All the states, they're all owned individually. So just let me go and see what this comment is. So, and in the regional areas too, they're all still operated under Transport for New South Wales, albeit each company's individually owned and privately owned. They still have to operate under government contracts.
Wow, 2030 in Jacksonville. Jesus.
Oh God, that's still 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. Wow.
And it's like we have.
And I won't be able to get that Lori's breakfast, for God's sake.
Laurie's breakfast sounds amazing.
Well, even if no, we'd still have to park. Well, no, we got friends in Cocoa. So, yeah, we wouldn't have to park and we could pick it up there.
Been a rail fan. I have been following the plans. Probably there.
Yeah, I mean, Fort Myers would pick up another airport and, and we would pick up the airports and get the cruisers to their ports. I would like to see the cruise lines to hook up with using it as shuttles. That would be awesome.
I would love, like, Pensacola, Florida's 4 hours from me. I would love to catch a ride or just get to Pensacola, get dropped off, grab my Brightline, and be able to make any city, any major city, I guess you would say, in the state. If I want to go to Jacksonville, we keep going. Or if it's only one continuous loop, then, I'm on it for 5 or 6 hours or 7, 10 hours, whatever it is. But I think that would be cool.
My mother lived in Gonzales, and my brother was in Baton Rouge, so we used to make that drive over there. 10 hours. Yeah.
Gonzales is 50 miles from me.
Really? Yeah.
Yep.
I loved
About 45
Gonzales.
minutes.
It was
It's grown a lot.
nice little place. The old cabin was my favorite place to eat.
So it's the same as from where I live to the state capital of South Australia. It's 1,200 kilometres. It's about 12 hours drive. So I'm in central New South Wales. To go to Adelaide, it's 1,207 kilometres.
Yeah,
Just
I don't
over
think people really realize how large Australia is.
Yeah, and we can
it's
drive. Well, you can drive from Perth, head up towards Port Hedland. You can drive for a day and you still won't reach Port Hedland. It's about 2,000 k's from Adelaide, from Perth, I should say.
It's like driving
And
across.
it'll take you 2 days to drive.
It's like Texas, it's 38 hours.
Texas,
I believe that.
you can see the sun rise twice in the same state.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's nuts. It is nuts.
same over here. You can drive. Everybody thinks it's that far. That far is, say, from where I am to Sydney. It's like that far. It's like that far on the map, but
But yeah,
that's only on a map.
Right.
That is the equivalent of 420 kilometers.
Yeah, no one takes the time to look at the actual
Approximately 300,
Scale.
just under
the little
300
guide
miles.
down at the bottom. You go, oh, it's only that far, and then you go, well, that far.
No, it's
is
not.
How many miles? Oh my
Hey,
lord!
Sharon.
Look,
Just saying
we're
good day
going
to
right
Sharon.
here. Look at the map. We're going right here to Jackson, Mississippi. It's only this far. I say, yeah, but you know what? That's 180 miles. You know?
I tell you what, that ride over the Panhandle from Alabama to Jacksonville is a nasty straight drive.
Oh, yeah.
And heaven forbid you forget to look at your gas tank because there are no gas stations.
It's
You
like
are out of luck.
it's like some places in the outback in Australia. They tell you no fuel for X number of kilometres, and people still go out and think they can do X kilometres with what they've got in their fuel tank. No, you cannot. It is nuts. Some of the breakdowns that are out there that can be easily avoided by fueling up. When you're going out to places like Lightning Ridge, they are suggested to fill in the nearest major town, which is usually where I live, Dubbo, before you head out, because you may not get fuel depending on what fuel you've got. Diesel's a common one. You're right for diesel. So if you, hey Donna, can you keep an eye on that troublesome husband of yours, please? After yesterday in the match game in Sean and Alana's live with all the bad dad jokes. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. You can from Dubbo Lightning Ridge is that far on the map, yet it's about 4.5 hours. It's a 4.5 hour drive on a good day,
That's
avoiding
why-
accidents, roadworks,
when we leave the house,
livestock on the road.
we fill up the tank, and wherever we stop, if it's half a tank, I'll fill up again. Sometimes
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'll drive for however many hours, and then if I get hungry or I got to go to the bathroom, find a place to stop, I top off the tank and then go do my business.
Have a stretch.
Oh, that too. Yeah, every couple hours.
Well, a friend of mine and I went and checked out the Collie Hotel, which is between Gilgandra and Warren. One of the world famous pubs during COVID. He filled up in Dubbo. He was monitoring his distance on his fuel to just see how the fuel was going, because he started using premium diesel in his youth. So he's just checking how far he's getting on his each section of his tank, say quarter of a tank. 254 kilometres, almost 160 miles to a quarter of a tank of fuel. So,
Hello, Argentina.
yeah,
Hey, Walter.
hang on. Who's just joined in?
Walter from
Thank
Argentina.
you. Hey, Walter. Walter's one of my people too. From
Saludos,
beautiful
saludos,
Argentina.
Walter.
Donna, he needs to be kicked out of a few lives for the shocking dad jokes. He's lucky he's a mod on. He's a mod on
See,
Sean and Alana's lives,
by
because
you
I would have booted him. I would have put him in timeout.
I think he's a mod on most of the lives he goes in. So
Yeah, you're gonna get him going now that you are mentioning.
I love Sterling Ross. He's good fun.
You know what
I love
is worse though than running out of gas? Seeing a rest stop sign that says the next rest stop area is in 70 miles, and you go, yeah, I can make 70 miles. And then lo and behold, you get 70 miles and it's closed.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yes.
See, a lot of our rest areas are shared with other vehicles, so you've got to be aware of that. See, most of our major rest areas are for heavy vehicles,
There you go,
and
Joe.
they've got to have their mandatory breaks every 2 to 3 hours. They've got to take a 15-minute break, but they can pull that into 4 hours with 1 half-hour break. Excuse me. So there's going to be heavy vehicles. If there's heavy vehicles in a parking bay, you go to the next available one. Usually they're all in dedicated heavy vehicle bays, and then the rest of them are dedicated bays, but there's car access. So you've got to share them with the trucks. A lot of them don't have toilets, which is a shame, because the ones I saw when I was out last weekend a couple of them did have toilets, but majority still do not. So it's not a full function rest area. One near where I live, it's actually going to be equipped with toilets at some point in the next however many years. So people still have the access to the service centres if they need to, like service stations, travel plazas, etc., or what you guys call travel plazas. We call them service centres.
Hey, Bill.
So yeah.
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill is here.
That's one reason.
Hey, Bill.
The world
We
traveler.
love you.
Once the tank is halfway, I'll fill up quickly because you never know.
Eddie,
It's like
Jones asked you, have you taken your medicine?
yes, I did. Yeah, that's why I showed her the.
Yeah, that's all right. Just making sure you were aware of that. What do we got? Okay, Sharon. Ross is a bit of a character, but we love him. No, but I've been fortunate enough to travel by coach over the last few years. We stop at major travel centres, like the service stations. There's been a few that I like, a few that I don't. When I went to Melbourne last year, I actually rate the second one that we stopped at was the BP. It was at Albury, right on the border. It's actually at Lavington, which is a northern suburb of Albury. You come in off the main highway, off the main freeway, and you go in. It's in an industrial area. So they've really set it up well. I actually had breakfast there. It was at 2:00 in the morning when we pulled in. So I thought I'll have breakfast here, and I thought I'm not going to sleep again once I get back on. So I thought I'll have it now, be done with it, because it's going to be another 3 or 4 hours before I can get something to eat. So I had breakfast there, albeit. So yeah, and when I went to Brisbane in 2021, we went up to there was 3 in 2020. Actually, there was 3 that we stopped at, and coming back again because I went with Greyhound Australia on that first trip, and we stopped at 3. We stopped at a little town called Bulahdelah, one at Nambucca Heads, and then there's one right on the border at a little town called Chindra. They're all little service plazas where you can get fuel, get something to eat, grab a quick bite, and then be back on the road. I rate the one at Nambucca Heads higher if it was one of the majors, but I actually rate the one at Bulahdelah because it was a mum and pop place.
Those are the best.
That's one of those things I've always liked. I always support the mum and pop place, little mum and pop places.
Shops, man, are the way to go. Anytime, like when I go to Tampa, I looked online. I was looking for mom and pop restaurants. I don't need big chains and all of that. I want to
exactly.
If I'm in a town, I want to, if this town welcomes me in or whatever, and I'm staying there, I want to put something back into their economy too, because these big corporate places got enough money, so I don't care too much.
I actually remember the breakfast I had coming back from Brisbane. It was always at Bulahdelah. I always big plate of bacon and eggs, $18. But it was loaded. I didn't have to have lunch. There was one I can always remember. You speak of them. There was a roadhouse. We call them roadhouses. It was between Bathurst and Lithgow. We'd stop there. Their plates, dinner-sized plates, stacked that high. Bacon, eggs, chips, or fries to you guys, tomato, all that jazz. I think we paid upwards of $60 for the four of us.
I gotta take
Suffice to say, we didn't eat lunch, and they're the places I always remember.
Be right back.
Unfortunately, that roadhouse was actually burnt down in an insurance fraud. But there's one I would love to try 10 minutes back up the Great Western Highway from that one, little mum and pop one. But it's got a major the fuel comes from a major supplier, typical. But you know what? Those mum and pop little places there, run by people who know the area, they know the people that stop in, they know what they're going to have, especially with Bulahdelah with the coaches. They can plan around they plan around the time these coaches arrive, and they can have. I can remember the Greyhound driver always. He rang ahead to the Bulahdelah Roadhouse or the Bulahdelah service station, pre-ordered his meal, so they knew he was coming, and he got what he wanted. Albeit it was only a cup of coffee ahead of time, so they had that ready the minute that bus pulled up.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, it was all good fun, and other places like Melbourne. It's a BP, albeit, with a big cafe on it, and you just take what you got, because most of these places here in Australia, they have McDonald's, KFC, or Subway. The three major players in the roadhouse industry. The Chindra one also had, we have a coffee chain called the Coffee Club. They had one of them, and they also had a Porto, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. So, yeah, I'm just reading through the comments as well as I talk.
So far, they're talking about among themselves, so don't worry.
Yeah, so you support, but same with when you're around in, say, like the places like Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, you always support your local people rather than your big brands. Your big brands. Notice I used in quotation marks. I wonder I haven't seen Sean yet. Speaking of which,
No, he's probably busy with something else. So who knows?
yeah, he's got his mum's in hospital at the moment. I think she's coming home today. I think they were saying in their live yesterday she's being discharged this morning, so they may not be here till late.
Okay.
But there's speaking of when I went to Melbourne last year with Sean and Alana, we went to this little cafe. Oh man, for a quaint little cafe in an out of the way suburb. I'll tell you what, it was beautiful. Oh, I'm not going to mention what we had because we may get someone just mysteriously appear. Mr. Darian, Darian.
Yeah, all you have to say is.
I'm not mentioning it because I don't want Darian showing up at the prison. Bless his soul, but we love him. We love him as much as. Yeah. So, and then what else? I was fortunate enough to come across a little place in Fitzroy that did. You're going to love me when I tell you what they did. Philly cheesesteak sandwiches.
Nice.
Ooh. For my first experience with one, it went down like a dream. So, yeah, so I actually enjoyed that. So I went to Melbourne first in 2016. I've just got to read something here too. I'm just reading something here. Yeah, so 2016 was the first year. There's a really good company in Melbourne. They do tours evolving around chocolate.
Yeah.
Called Chocoholic Tours. I went with that. I had a look around Melbourne with them. We also got to buy things. However, we were in that group. That all the places we went to gave us a 10% discount.
Nice.
On our purchases. So we went to Lindt. We went to a company called Hayes Chocolates. They're based in Adelaide, but they've got shops all over Australia. Where else did we go? Interesting little place that I enjoyed was where we started. You could try. We got to try from the cocoa pod, the nibs, all the way to the finished product. The cocoa nibs, I'm going to tell you this much. If you try cocoa nibs without them being turned into chocolate, they taste like freshly roasted coffee beans.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm a bit of a. I learned a lot on that tour. I don't look at chocolate the same way. So yeah. So I'm very cautious around chocolate now. I look at chocolate as being compound or regular chocolate, like your dark chocolates and that. I'm a bit of a dark chocolate man.
Yeah. It's much better for you anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you learn a lot on these tours, like from the start of the pod through the nibs once they're roasted, and then each shop you stop at. Lorraine, no. Just no. Yeah, from the pod to the nibs to the finished product. It was an amazing tour. Best $99 I ever spent. It was 3 hours of just experiencing nothing but chocolate.
Nice.
At least I was able to walk every little sample off.
Yeah. Let me let Sharon.
I can do that.
I had a live with him on
Friday
morning. Yeah, Friday morning I was in a live with Jimmy. So he's doing okay. He's on camping this week, and he'll be back tomorrow night, and then he'll be on Monday morning. So you'll see us again Monday morning.
Yep, and I'll be off. I can catch up with our wonderful friends Chris and Liz from Carnival Cruise Addicts tomorrow on their live, which is at 7:00 tomorrow morning my time. Go figure.
I'll be watching that from my hotel in Tampa.
Oh, bless you, Uncle Dave.
I'm getting on a cruise ship with both of them on Monday.
Fair enough.
So, Dave, are you staying by the airport or by the cruise port?
I think I'm in between. I'm staying at the Best Western Tampa.
Okay.
And it's like 4 point something miles from port, and it's like 5 miles from the airport. So it's kind of like in the middle.
Not bad.
I'm good with it. Yeah.
Hey, Denise.
What's crazy though, Chris, is that the Denise. What's crazy is the Uber from the airport to the hotel is $25. Then the Uber from the hotel to the port is like $12, and then the Uber from the port back to the airport.
Yeah, she is, Denise.
Yeah, because the airport's got a lot of fees on it.
I tell you what, one thing I will never do is I will never take an Uber from the airport in New Orleans, because when I came home from Orlando, it was like 8:00 in the morning. So I just grabbed, instead of calling people and all that, I just grabbed an Uber, and it showed on there for like $23. And I'm like, all right, that's about right. So I get the Uber, I get home, and I'll never use that driver again because anyway. But I get to the house, and it gives me a receipt, and it was $46 with all the fees from the airport. I'm not taking an Uber from New Orleans airport anymore. That's for damn sure.
I think the last time we were in NOLA, we had a private driver.
I will wake somebody up. Okay, I'm gonna get out of bed. I'll buy you breakfast. Get over here. It's still gonna be cheaper than $43.
Uncle Dave, when I drop you out of the airport, I'm gonna give you a receipt, okay?
Yeah. Let's see, Dave. I need some coverage.
Yeah, Uber is costing more and more for people to use them than they used to be.
Actually, in
Ross, I'm going to try to come.
I think
I'm going to try to come
sometimes Lyft is a little bit cheaper.
The meetup, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be tight because that's the day after Thanksgiving. So
that's better.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm not going to make any promises. I want to go, but I don't know if I can.
Yeah, that's the way it is, Chris. You know, you just getting a little. When I worked for this company that I did travel all over the place, and I flew back to LaGuardia. I always took either car service. I never did an Uber, but car service was about $50
Yeah.
to pick me up and take me home to Brooklyn. And I have to ask for a receipt. And it got to a point that they gave me a bunch of blanks. It says here, you can fill up your own stuff. So I started filling them up and I put them in with my expenses. And I got paid back from the company, you know, because otherwise I was going to be paying $50 every time I went to fly out to go work. Yes, Joe, we'll see you, Joe. That's why I'm showing
I
you.
want to just talk to. I just want to comment on Lorraine's comment. This is actually was last weekend. Why I wasn't with you guys. I was just getting back and recovering from a 5.3K walk. I'll show you the side of this in a moment. This is actually the finishers medal from the running festival that I did last weekend that I mentioned over at Ronnie and Teresa's live.
All right, cool.
The event, it's upside down. The event I did, there it is, that's better. So yeah, last group out of the participants to go, we were. I'm just saying, oh yeah, so thanks Sharon. Yeah, no, so this is actually the most prized possession that I have at the moment. So yeah, so that was fun. I did it for fun. I don't go and do these things to compete. It's just for fun.
Okay. Very good.
Anyway, I'm starting to yawn my head off, guys. I might nip off and call it. I'm going to call it a day here. I am knackered. I just started yawning, so I've got to go and do some stuff before I go and lay down. Right. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll talk again soon.
All righty. See you, Joe.
It was.
See you, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Take care, guys.
Take care, Joe.